Bruges, often referred to as the Venice of the North, is a picturesque city located in northwest Belgium. It is renowned for its well-preserved medieval architecture, cobblestone streets, and scenic canals. The city is crisscrossed by a network of canals, adding to its charm and earning it the nickname Venice of the North. Visitors can take boat tours to explore Bruges from a unique perspective. Bruges boasts a beautifully preserved historic city center that has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The architecture reflects various periods, including Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque styles. The Beguinage ten Wijngaard is a historic site located in Bruges. Beguinages were communities of lay religious women called Beguines who lived a semi-monastic life devoted to prayer, charitable works, and manual labor without taking formal religious vows. The Beguinage ten Wijngaard in Bruges is one of the most well-preserved and picturesque beguinages in Belgium. Established in the 13th century, the Beguinage was originally founded outside the city walls of Bruges to accommodate the growing number of Beguines seeking spiritual fulfillment and communal living. The Beguinage consists of a series of small houses, a church, and communal gardens enclosed within a walled compound. The architecture of the houses typically reflects the Flemish style prevalent in the region during the Middle Ages. Throughout its history, the Beguinage ten Wijngaard served as a sanctuary for women seeking religious devotion and community, living outside the traditional structures of convents or monasteries. The Beguines lived independently, supporting themselves through various forms of handicrafts and charitable endeavors. Today, the Beguinage ten Wijngaard is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and remains a tranquil oasis in the heart of Bruges. Visitors can explore the cobblestone streets, visit the Beguinage Church, and admire the well-preserved architecture and serene gardens that characterize this historic site. The Beguinage continues to evoke the spirit of contemplation, community, and religious devotion that defined the lives of its inhabitants throughout the centuries. The Lake of Love, known as Minnewater in Dutch, is a picturesque feature located in the heart of Bruges, Belgium. It is one of the city's most romantic spots and a popular destination for tourists and locals alike. The name Minnewater translates to Lake of Love in English, and it has a charming legend associated with it. According to local folklore, the lake is named after a tragic love story. The tale goes that a young woman named Minna fell in love with a warrior from a rival clan. Despite the odds, they planned to meet by the lake one evening and elope together. However, the warrior was killed in battle, and upon hearing the news, Minna died of a broken heart by the lake. The lake is said to be a place where lovers' spirits still roam, making it a symbol of eternal love and devotion. St. John's Hospital in Bruges is one of the oldest surviving hospital buildings in Europe. It was founded in the 12th century, around 1150, by Count Baldwin IX of Flanders and his wife Margaret of York. The hospital was dedicated to St. John the Evangelist. The hospital was initially established to provide care for pilgrims, travelers, and the sick. Over the centuries, it expanded its services and became a prominent medical institution in the region. The hospital complex consists of several buildings constructed over different periods. The architecture reflects various styles from Romanesque to Gothic. Notably, the hospital's chapel, built in the 13th century, features stunning medieval artwork and architecture. St. John's Hospital houses an impressive collection of art, including paintings, sculptures, and medical instruments. One of the highlights is Hans Memling's famous 15th-century altarpiece, the St. John altarpiece, which was originally created for the hospital chapel. Memling is a representative Flemish painter, following the lineage of Jan van Eyck and van der Weyden. Originally, the museum was the St. John's Hospital, built in 1150 and the city's hospital until it was used as a medical school building in the early 19th century. In 1990, it became the Hans Memling Municipal Museum. The reason why the hospital building was transformed into the Memling Museum of Art is because it houses Memling's representative work, the Eucharist of St. Ursula. Memling received an order from a religious group and produced the Holy Blessed Sacrament of St. Ursula for St. John's Hospital, and in 1489, on October 21st, the saint's feast day, the ashes of St. Ursula were transferred to Memling's newly made Eucharist. The artist Memling, the maker of the reliquary, was also present at this important event. The shape of the Eucharist consists of a roof and pillars, and is shaped like a Gothic church, which was popular at the time. The entire wall is filled with paintings, with statues of Saint Mother and Child and Saint Ursula depicted on the front and back sides, and anecdotes of Saint Ursula divided into 6 scenes are depicted on the wall. The life of Saint Ursula depicted on the Eucharist is taken from the Golden Legend and contains the saint's journey from her pilgrimage to Rome with numerous virgins to her martyrdom in Cologne, Germany. It is not only Memling's representative work, but also tells the story of the saint's anecdote. It is most famous for its paintings. The Church of Our Lady in Bruges is one of the city's most prominent landmarks and a masterpiece of medieval architecture. The construction of the Church of Our Lady began in the 13th century and continued for several centuries. The church's construction spans various architectural styles, including Romanesque and Gothic, with the majority of the structure completed in the 14th century. Bruges City Hall, also known as Stadhuis van Brugge, is an architectural gem located in the heart of Bruges, Belgium. It is situated on Brugge Square, one of the oldest and most picturesque squares in the city. Its central location makes it easily accessible to visitors exploring the historic center of Bruges. Construction of Bruges City Hall began in the late 14th century, around 1376, and continued over several centuries, with various additions and renovations. The building served as the administrative center of Bruges and the seat of municipal government. The interior of Bruges City Hall is equally impressive, with ornate halls, grand staircases, and beautifully decorated chambers. Visitors can admire the historic artwork, furniture, and architectural details found throughout the building. Bruges City Hall is a stunning example of Gothic architecture, featuring elaborate facades, pointed arches, and decorative details. The building's design reflects the prosperity and cultural sophistication of Bruges during the medieval period. Bruges City Hall continues to serve as the seat of municipal government for the city of Bruges. It houses administrative offices, council chambers, and spaces for official meetings and ceremonies. While Bruges City Hall primarily functions as a government building, parts of it are open to the public for guided tours. Visitors can explore select areas of the building, learn about its history and architecture, and admire its magnificent interiors. Bruges City Hall is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its historical significance and architectural beauty. It stands as a testament to the rich cultural heritage of Bruges and serves as an iconic symbol of the city. The Brugge, translated as the Liberty of Bruges or Free Region of Bruges, was a historical territory within the county of Flanders, located in present-day Belgium. This Roman Catholic basilica is one of the main attractions on Brugge Square. It houses the relic of the Holy Blood, which is said to contain a cloth with blood from the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The Belfry of Bruges, also known as the Belfort, is one of the most iconic landmarks in the city of Bruges. It is situated in the heart of the city, on the Grote Markt, Market Square, surrounded by other architectural marvels such as the Provincial Court and the Historium Bruges. The Provincial Court is a stunning example of Gothic architecture, featuring ornate facades, intricate stonework, and pointed arches. The building's design reflects the architectural style prevalent during the late Middle Ages in Belgium. The construction of the Provincial Court began in the late 19th century, completed in 1887. It was originally intended to serve as the meeting place for the Provincial Council of West Flanders, hence its name. However, today it primarily houses the Court of Law. The Provincial Court serves as a judicial institution, handling legal matters and court proceedings within the region. It is one of the key judicial buildings in Bruges and plays a significant role in the administration of justice in West Flanders. Market Square, known locally as Grote Markt, is the bustling central square in the heart of Bruges. Market Square has been the focal point of Bruges for centuries. It dates back to the medieval period when it served as a marketplace and a venue for various public events, including festivals, fairs, and tournaments. The square is surrounded by stunning examples of medieval and Renaissance architecture. Key landmarks include the Belfry of Bruges, Belfort, a towering bell tower offering panoramic views of the city, the Provincial Court, a majestic building with a rich history, and the Historium Bruges, a museum that transports visitors back in time to the city's medieval past. While Market Square no longer functions primarily as a marketplace, it still retains its lively atmosphere, especially during the weekends and holidays when vendors set up stalls selling local crafts, souvenirs, and delicacies. Market Square is a hub of activity throughout the year, hosting various events and festivals. One of the most famous events is the Christmas market, where the square transforms into a winter wonderland with festive decorations, food stalls, and an ice rink. Additionally, the Procession of the Holy Blood, a religious procession dating back to the 13th century, passes through the square annually. The perimeter of Market Square is lined with charming cafes, restaurants, and brasseries where visitors can indulge in traditional Belgian cuisine, enjoy a refreshing beer, or simply soak in the ambience while people watching. The Groningen Museum is a renowned art museum located in Bruges. It is considered one of the city's premier cultural institutions and is famous for its impressive collection of Flemish primitive and Renaissance artworks. Death and the Miser is a poignant reflection on the human condition and the existential themes of life, death, and the pursuit of worldly success. Jan Provost's skillful execution and evocative imagery have made the painting a timeless masterpiece of Flemish Renaissance art, admired for its depth of meaning and emotional resonance. The museum's collection spans several centuries, showcasing the evolution of Flemish and Belgian art from the 14th to the 20th century. It includes works by celebrated Flemish masters such as Jan van Eyck, Hans Memling, Hugo van der Goes, and Gerard David. The Judgment of Cambyses is a famous painting by the Flemish artist Gerard David, completed around 1498. The painting depicts a scene from ancient Persian history involving the corrupt judge Sisamnes, who was condemned by King Cambyses II for accepting bribes. In the scene, Sisamnes is depicted sitting on a throne, surrounded by courtiers and officials. King Cambyses II, dressed in royal attire, stands to the left, holding a golden scepter and gesturing towards Sisamnes. Behind Sisamnes, a soldier removes the skin from his body, symbolizing the punishment for his corruption and betrayal of justice. Hieronymus Bosch's triptych featuring the Last Judgment is one of the most famous and enigmatic works of art from the Northern Renaissance period. This triptych, often referred to as the Last Judgment triptych or simply the Last Judgment, was painted by Bosch around 1482. The triptych consists of 3 panels. The central panel depicts the Last Judgment, while the 2 wings feature scenes of heaven and hell. The central panel portrays the final judgment of souls by Christ, who sits enthroned in glory, surrounded by angels and saints. The blessed are shown ascending to heaven, while the damned are cast into the fiery depths of hell. The Groningen Museum is a must-visit destination for art enthusiasts visiting Bruges, offering a fascinating journey through the history of Flemish and Belgian art and showcasing some of the finest works from the region's most celebrated artists. Lord Byron on his deathbed is a painting by the Belgian artist Joseph Denis Oudevere, completed in 1826. It depicts the famous English poet George Gordon Byron, commonly known as Lord Byron, during his final moments before death. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse is a biblical concept derived from the Book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament of the Christian Bible. It symbolizes a vision of divine judgment and the end times, as described by the Apostle John. Each horseman represents a different aspect of apocalyptic events, typically interpreted as conquest, war, famine, and death. The imagery of the Four Horsemen has been a rich source of inspiration in art, literature, and popular culture throughout history.